Hello and welcome to my numerology masterclass. Today we're going to be looking at what 2017 means for you. I don't know about you, but I'd be really glad to get rid of 2016 because I think it's been a really challenging year. Just recently we've lost some really much loved, famous people, talented individuals, and it's been like that through the whole year. So I'm really looking forward to 2017 and hopefully a more positive, abundant, peaceful time for everyone. So your personal year. This is derived from the day you were born, the month you were born, you add the day and the month together, and then you add the year. So for an example, I've just done this for you. So your personal year, you add the day to the month to the year, okay? And there it is, all added up there. So this person is going to be a 4 personal year. So if we can just start by just going through each year just to say what it could mean for you. Don't forget, it's the energy of the number, so it's not written in stone. It's the energies that might come in, both positive and not so positive. So, but I'm a great believer in, if you know what's coming, you can be forewarned. So that sounds ominous. I didn't mean for it to sound ominous. But yeah, it's just good to know what energies could be coming into. So when you do your numbers, your personal year adds up to a 1. That is all about the self. It's all about you and creating the life that you want. You'll be very much looking at yourself. What can I do? Where do I want to go? It's all about me, it's all about it's all about the self. It can be a year where you start a new regime, whether that's to do with health or fitness, or you start a new job or something to do with you, but your personal happiness is very strong in a personal year 1. And it's really good to look at ourselves often, because so often we're forced to kind of like look at what's going on around us and almost react to that. I think it's good every so often if we give ourselves like a little health check, an MOT, and that's just physical and mental health as well. And we kind of look at ourselves, we do some work, some inner work on us, and that's a really good thing to do in a personal year 1. Personal year 2 is all about harmony and relationships. So what do you need to get from your personal year 2 if your numbers add up to a personal year 2? It can mean forming new relationships, working on the relationships that you've already got, that you're already in. It can be a time to look at marriages, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you know, whatever it is, whatever relationships mean to you. It's also work colleagues, you know, are there changes that need to be made to do with kind of like the 2 energy, because it's all about harmony and sharing and being cooperative and compatibility, and it's all about people. It's all about the people in your life and how you all relate to one another. Okay, personal year 3, if your numbers add up to a personal year 3. 3 is a fantastic number for anyone who is creative, who likes to paint, who likes to sing, who likes to act, who likes to draw. It's a really good number for anyone that wants to kind of get into a creative flow. It's brilliant. I love 3s. And I've said before in previous videos, 3s always look younger than their years, so that's a really good thing. I'm not a 3, by the way, but yeah. So if you've got a 3, it's all about embracing creativity and how can you be more creative with your life. What can you create? What do you want to manifest? It's also a big manifestation number. So 3s, let's look at how we can manifest something. Do you want a bigger house, a better garden? I don't know, whatever it is you want in your life, more peace of mind, more comfort, more security, 3s are a really good number for manifestation. Personal year number 4, now as I've said before in videos, the 4 is all about foundations, stability, and a solid roots from which we can then learn and grow. It's a really kind of strong number. It can be quite a heavy number because 4s are very kind of like, they have to feel as if their feet's on the ground. You know, if you look at the foundations of a house, as I've said before, it's very square, it's very solid. It feels quite stuck. It can feel quite stuck because that's what a 4 should be. It should be quite stuck. But if you're a person who needs to create more stability in your life, then you need a 4, because the 4 year will give you that extra security. It's about security, financial, emotional. What can you do? What do you need about the 4 personal year in your life? If your numbers add up to a 4, it's speaking to you. What's it saying? How do you feel about security? How do you feel about your environment? Are you secure? Do you feel comfortable? Are there things you can do to help you have your energy more grounded? Because don't forget, it's all about energy. Okay, if your figures add up to a personal year number 5. Now, we've talked about 5 a lot. 5 is very fast paced, very changeable, very up and down, quite sort of like everything's done quite quickly. It's a good year for change, because 5s love change. They like things to change quickly. So perhaps you've reached a time in your life when you're looking at what needs to change in your life. Do you need to move house? Do you need to change jobs? Is there something about you that you would like to change? Because the 5 energy is going to bring that in, and it's going to bring it in quick. And it's almost as if you're going to look at yourself and say, that's what I want. That's what's needed. Let's make it happen. It's a great year if you're feeling stuck after the 4 energy, because that's all about being a bit stuck. So if you want the fast-paced, ever-changing 5 energy, and your numbers add up to a 5, hang on to your seats. Okay, personal year 6. 6 is fantastic energy. It's all about caring and responsibility and nursing and kind of nurturing, and just kind of like tapping into that part of us that we all need care, don't we? We all need love, and it's all about kind of like domestic responsibilities. It doesn't have to be all kind of drudgery and, oh, I'm stuck here, you know, caring or whatever like that. It's a really loving energy. 6 personal years, you'll find that maybe somebody in your immediate family or your community needs a little bit more looking after. You know, we all need looking after, we all need love, we all need to feel part of something, you know. So if your personal year adds up to a 6, what is it that needs nurturing in you? You know, is there a part of you that feels neglected? Is there a part of you that feels kind of like could do with more love, whether that's more love to yourself or more love to others? Or maybe you should say to people in your immediate family, you know, I need a bit more credit here, I need looking after too. It's a very kind of like number of love and caring, and my goodness me, the world needs more of that, doesn't it? So what can you do if you've got a personal year 6? What can you do to create more love in your life and in the world? Okay, if your numbers add up to a 7, 7 is the number of the mystic, the psychic, the healer. So if you've got your figures added up and your personal year is a 7, it's time to do some very introspective work, some work on you. You are going to need quiet times this year. If you've got personal year number 7, it's all about meditating. It's all about getting in touch with the inner part of you. You know, as the human society, human beings, we're encouraged to kind of look out of ourselves all the time. The 7 personal year is about looking in. And often, you know, we find a lot of really good, strong, positive answers if we look in. But we're not encouraged to do that, you see, that's the problem. We're encouraged to look outside of ourselves when all the answers we have are inside. So if your personal year is a number 7, it's a time to look inward. It's a time to go on that spiritual retreat, attend that yoga class that you've been meaning to go on for I don't know how long. Start Pilates, start a gentle, introverted look at yourself. What discoveries will you make? You know, you'll want and crave this inner peace, because 7 it's like peace and quiet. It's a very quiet number, and it's about kind of just looking inward. You know, what can we do to learn more about ourselves? If you've got a personal year number 7, that's what that's about. It's about self-working inward. Okay, personal year 8. This is far more about money. It's about being your own boss. It's about authority. It's about being assertive. 8s are really, really good usually when it comes to money. As I've said in previous videos that I've done, the 8 is all about skills, you know. Is there more skills that you could learn to make yourself more marketable? Because the 8 year is moving forward. 8s is a very kind of like surging forward positive number. So if you're kind of like looking where you need to be, where do you want to go, if you've got a personal year as an 8, you can almost guarantee that you're going to find that energy, enthusiasm and drive to propel yourself forward, which is brilliant. So 8s is all about, maybe you want to start your own business, but there'll be something to do with spending a little bit of money to gain, speculate to accumulate. It's a number very much of speculation. It's a number of marketing as well, a little bit like the 5. The 8s is really good. So it's a very kind of much about the money. The 8 year is a money year. What can I do? Should I save more? Should I spend more? Some people like to not spend very much money, which is great, but you can't take it with you, yeah? So it's maybe good to kind of like find a balance. If you look at the 8, I'm going to draw one for you right now. Just look at the 8. Look at the 8, the balance in the 8, okay? As above, so below. You are looking for balance in your finances, and that's what a personal year number 8 is going to help you to achieve, which is brilliant. Okay, and last but not least, personal year 9. 9s can be all about endings. It's usually quite a quiet year because it's things kind of like coming to a close. Sounds maybe negative, doesn't have to be. Sometimes we need to see the end of a cycle before we can begin a new one. So obviously that would be back to the personal year number 1 again. So if you've done your numbers and you find that your personal year is a 9, it's a time of when you're kind of like winding things down. You're kind of like being introspective. You're looking back at things. Maybe something's going to come to an end. Some relationships end in 9 years. Maybe that person, that job, that situation has served you and it's time to let go. 9 is very much the personal year of letting go. And not many people find that easy, you know. It's hard if you've been kind of in a situation that you've been in for many years and you're kind of thinking, oh, you know what, I've done my numbers and it's a personal year 9, you know. The energy of the 9, it's probably time to really ask yourself some kind of really deep searching questions. Do you need this? Do you need this situation in your life? Is it better? Is it more kind of like, is it serving you to stay in this situation, the 9 situation? Look at your 9 energy and say, hey, you know what, I've done this now, it's complete, it's the end of the cycle, the cycle's complete. So if you find yourself in with a personal year as a 9, just examine every area of your life. look at your relationships. Are they serving you? Are you getting exactly what you deserve in your life? Have a good look at that. And if you decide that you no longer want that job, you no longer want that person, then say bye-bye. It's fine, you know, it's good to let things go. Have a clear out of all your clutter as well. That's another great thing to do in a 9 years. Stick it on, you know, a selling website, and make a bit of money, you know. But it's very much kind of tying up loose ends. And I am sincerely hoping that for everybody, 2017 is a much more positive, abundant, peaceful year. And thanks for staying with me. And if you like my numerology videos, I'm going to be doing more. There's loads more of numbers to talk about, loads more energy stuff to kind of like discover. So if you like what I do, please subscribe here. And same goes for my paranormal stuff. If you like that, just subscribe. And wishing you a really lovely 2017. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again. Okay,